به نام خداوند جان آفرین، حکیم سخن در زبان آفرین. سلام عرض میکنم حضور خانم ها و آقایان، صبح شما بخیر. خیلی خوشحالم که امروز شما فرهیختگان و فرزانگان رو در مجمع جهانی مدیریت در ایران
the last month of the year, the month to prepare to welcome the New Year Nowruz festivity. Esfand in word means patience and tolerance, saint patience, and our forefathers have had 12 great celebrations. All the days of the weeks and the months have not been the same. All the days of the months, they have had a special name, and once the name of that day and month were crossing one another, were in junction, they were celebrating it. And 5th of each month is called Esfand, the 5th day of each month. And the 5th day of the Esfand, the great celebration has been held called Mozgiran, to receive salary or to catch men. In this day, the gents were presenting gifts to their wives, the ladies, and this is amongst the brilliant parts of the culture of the Iran. That's what it's called, Mozgiran, Mardgiran. The Iranian girls were choosing the men of their life by themselves, and there has been no imposition from the family upon them. So you can see that Iranians from the very past, the ladies particularly, have had their own right to choose whom they want to live with, while having the other cultures of burying the girls alive for being only women. On that day, the women were sitting and ruling, and men were doing the jobs and running the chores for that day. However, I'm pleased to see that in the very first day of Esfand we have this occasion, and allow me to offer my congratulations ahead. But dear friends, erudites, World Management Forum, you know, is the greatest forum of all managements of the world. 2 years ago it was held in US, last year in Bali, Indonesia, and 3 consecutive years planning has been done and negotiations were held to have Iran as the host to the World Management Forum that we are holding today, the first session of it. And Iran is for the first time the host to this forum. The presence of you, the erudites in here, is full of energy for our today's session, because today we have got over 800 successful managers of the country from different government, banks, insurance, and major companies, private sector, who are available, who are present in here. And just this gathering per se by itself is a sign of auspicity, and the meetings that would be held today amongst the friends in here, each can serve as a source of new success and the development and prosperity for the individuals, the companies, and the country. Therefore, maybe new contracts and better works for the Iranian companies, the banks, and the other government institutions. The professional speakers associations of the world in association with the Iranian company of Fort Farazan that are now holding this conference after 3 years of follow-up. Great number of the international speakers are present in here, and I'm very pleased that we do have great speaker, Hujjatul Islam wal Muslimin, Mr. Abtahi, who is amongst the cultural dignitaries of our country. Everybody knows him in here. He was deputy to President Khatami. Please give him a round of applause. Mr. Abtahi, most welcome. We have got great familiar faces in here. Professor Dr. Hesabi's son, Iraj Hesabi, is here. We do welcome him as well. And the other scholars. My duty now in here is to present the sponsors to this forum. You're aware that genius of the world are the most expensive, valuable peoples of the world, and they do have the most expensive travelings. And if these supports were not given, this forum could have not been held with the presence of you erudites in here. These supports have all led to have this forum be held in Iran. I today only heard from our friends that the cost of one of these participants to be in here is at $8,000 only the cost of the airfare. Now you can add up the other costs associated with such forum, multiply it by 10. Then you can see what sort of costs are associated with such gatherings that are only possible with receiving the support of the sponsor and also some fee, participation fee. Allow me to introduce the sponsor. Number one, we should be thankful to from the Chamber of Commerce, Mine and Industry of Iran, who have had utmost effort supporting holding of this forum, and we would like to thank them and thank Dr. Yahya Al-Ishaq, the President of the Chamber of Commerce, Mine and Industry of Islamic Republic of Iran, and express thanks and appreciation to Engineer Muhammad Mahdi Rasekh, who has been very kind enough to be present in here. And I would like to thank Dr. Ali Akbar Javidan, deputy to him, who has had utmost efforts. And also allow me to thank the professors of Tehran University, particularly management faculty, that they have had their support, scientific support as well, to this forum. And I would like to thank Aftab Network, the most successful advertisement agency in Iran. They have got their own TV teasers, clips, and reports that are being made by them are the most influential and unique in their own kind. And I would like to thank Dr. And I would like to also thank telecommunication organization, Mr. Shahrudi and Mr. Hojallu, who have had their utmost support for this program to be held. They have all been dear to us, and also the management organization with all their excellent work. I would also like to thank Iran Frimco, and for the utmost effort which has been put by the silver blade, for all their support that they have given. They are producing healthcare products, and they have been able to have a widespread network of distribution. Engineer Ali Qafuri Ashtiani, he has been great in helping and in assisting us with holding this forum. I would like to thank him, and a special thank goes to Parsian Company, who are providing internet services and software services. They are the most effective in designing Persian websites. In our break, we can definitely have a visit to their site, and rest assured that if you would leave your websites designed to them, you would not be regretful. They are able to do the job in the shortest time. They have got creative, well-educated staff active in this line. I would like to thank Mr. Farzaneh Rafat, who has had his utmost effort again and support to such forums. But allow me also to have the inauguration of this seminar with the representative of the world professional speakers. He has got MA in statistics from Allama Tabatabai. He has got MBA from Tehran University, and he has got CPE from Cambridge, England. I invite Engineer Seper Talverdian. Our dear friend, Mr. Seper Talverdian. In the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful, it's a matter of pleasure to be at your presence in here. Mr. Shahriari, he is amongst the best MCs in the world. As soon as they wanted to broadcast the Quran, he started the program. I would just like to give you a brief explanation for 3 months. The World Management Forum, or the professional speakers, is a forum holding the ingenuity of all speakers of the world who are doing charity works as well. It's not only to receive the money. As Mr. Bob Yurichak Once we had tsunami in Sri Lanka, he personally offered $500,000, and the other spiritual assistances that he's rendering for the other needy people in Africa and the other world, or campaign against HIV/AIDS, and he has speeches in different management field. The point that is important is here that I would like to ask you to fill up the forms for the participation in this forum. Dr. Reg Adwal, who is in Iran, but since he has been arriving early morning, he preferred not to be with us, but he would join us later. You can have a close contact with him. First of all, you have to work in a multinational company to be in full command of English and pay a fee of $1,500, and you should have at least 10 international contracts. You should have had a good bestseller book, and also to show you have had a background of teaching in different university, and minimum degree is MA or MSc. Allow me to introduce to you the speakers. Bob Yurichak is the Managing Director of Business Development Bank, Professor of Ottawa University. According to the opinion poll by 500 advanced company, Bob Yurichak was chosen as the 7th genius of the selling. Adidas and Nike have voted as #1 to him. His presence in here is a great value to us. We would have a speech of like 1 hour from him. In Canada also, he has written the bestseller, Up Your Bottom Line, Dr. Bob Yurichak. Professor Mulvey, Richard Mulvey, he has got 17 volumes of the book. Maybe writing book is easy, but 7 volumes of his books are the best sellers of the Europe and Africa and Asia. And 3 volumes are even translated in Persian and are being taught in Iranian university about management, sale, and productivity. He is of great experience. He is also the head of the professional speakers of South Africa. Of course, they have brought large number of products with themselves, so that and to be sold at a very low price. He is one of the avant-gardes in fighting against HIV/AIDS, annually helping $1 million for campaigns against HIV/AIDS. It's quite educative. Professor Richard Mulvey. Of course, he is a professor of university and head of the management faculty of WITS, South Africa. The next professor is the head president of the Sud Association, that today, because of the economic downturn, he is quite busy. He's constantly busy with offering consultations around the world. Originally, he is from UK, and he has got a very valuable book, bestseller, financial turnover makes you happy, but the profit only can make your family happy. Another friendly figure that we have in here, that is his 5th visit to Iran. Though he is quite busy in US, last year in 2008 summit, he was able to receive the present for the best speaker of the world from incentive speaking. He was asked, where is he from? He said, I'm Iranian. He said he put his passport showing he has received 6 times the visa to Iran. Allow me to thank him. Dr. Sandro Four, the most incentive speaker of the 2008 United States. Liverpool professor, advisor to Virgin and Bank of UK, one of the bestsellers of the How to Speak, titled How to Speak, attractive, Chris Davidson. Another personality who is with us and who has got attractive speech from 40 to 6 that I would like to recommend to you to listen to. For 2 months he has been working on our specificity of the culture, interested in Maulana's poetry. He has read so many books. I believe he would present some of it in here. Dr. John Creamer. He's only speaking, mainly focusing on personal psychology. I have listened to him, and I'm sure that you would enjoy. John Creamer. I would not take more of your time. Bob Yurichak would speak to us by 10:30. Then Mr. Shahriari would introduce him further. I would do the simultaneous interpretation as well. I would accompany Mr. Farazande, who is amongst our renowned interpreters in here. I thank you so very much, Mr. Seper Talverdian. He's amongst the professional speakers. He has got speeches in English language all over the world, which has been welcome. And now we would listen to his interpretation from the headsets. I believe he is not interpreting, but he is presenting his own sentiments and feelings. All the sentiments of the speaker also is being transferred and conveyed to the listeners and participants. And I would like to thank all the sponsors for this great occasion, the World Management Forum. Please give them a round of applause. Our dear friends, our first speaker is Bob Yurichak. He, as Dr. Engineer Talverdian mentioned, he's the 7th genius of the professional speakers and the opinion poll in from the international companies in 2008. Bestseller titled Up Your Bottom Line. He is a professor of the University of Business Development Bank. Bob Yurichak.
How many of you need sales to survive?
چند نفر از شما به فروش نیاز دارید تا بقا پیدا کنید؟ لطفاً بایستید. اونهایی که نیاز به فروش دارن. اجازه بدید سوال رو یه بار دیگه تکرار کنم. چند نفر از شما به فروش نیاز دارید تا بقا پیدا بکنید؟ لطفاً بایستید. اونهایی که به فروش لازم دارن. همه به فروش نیاز دارن تا بقا داشته باشن. همچنان ایستاده باقی بمانید. ما میخوایم یک فرایندی رو در زمینه تایید صلاحیت شما داشته باشیم. اول از همه اگر شما یک متخصص فروش نیستی و فروشنده نیستی یا یک کارآفرین کسب و کار نیستی، لطفاً بشین. فقط میخوام فروشنده ها و متخصصان فروش در واقع به ایستاده باشند. فقط متخصصین فروش و کارآفرینان در واقع ایستاده باشند. بسیار عالی. اون دسته از کسانی که ایستادند، من میخوام بدونم که چه کسی تصمیم گرفت، در واقع چند نفر از شما تصمیم گرفتید تا فروش رو به عنوان حرفه تخصصیتون برای زندگیتون انتخاب بکنید. اگر چنانچه، یعنی بگید اگر چنانچه در فروش نمیخواید باقی بمانید، در مابقی زندگیتون لطفاً بنشینید. اونهایی که نمیخوان در ادامه تو کار فروش باشن لطفاً بنشینن. من فقط میخوام اونهایی بایستن که خودشون این تصمیم رو گرفتن تا در فروش باشن. بسیار عالی. میخوام در واقع نگاهی بیاندازید به اونهایی که واسطادن توی این سالن. دلیل اینکه این رو میگم این هست که اینها هستن که دنیا در